Hi everyone, another collecting blog from Collectology, and today we're talking about everyone's favourite bear. Yes, you might have guessed from everything behind me, it's Paddington. Stick around to find out all about Paddington collectibles, including one that sold for £40,000. Adored around the globe by all generations, everyone's favourite bear in British fiction is the one and only Paddington. Michael Bond's creation celebrated 60 years last year. The charming bear has grown from a small idea in a BBC cameraman's head to a massive worldwide franchise which has conquered Hollywood. Thanks to the genius of Michael Bond, the world is a much richer place. His 70 stories have been translated into 40 different languages, made it into a TV series and 2 blockbuster Hollywood films. Well, that's not a bad outcome for a character inspired by a glove puppet bought by Michael as a last-minute Christmas present for his wife. Is there a Paddington in your pocket? Recently, the coin collecting world has been going mad for all things Paddington. We now have 4 different Paddington 50p's, all showing different landmarks around London. This is the first time ever that Paddington has appeared on UK coinage. The new coin series was issued in celebration of the 60th anniversary of the first Paddington book, A Bear Called Paddington. The Paddington at the Station 50p and Paddington at the Palace have been exceptionally popular and were 2 of the most sought after coins in 2018. And with the recent announcement of the St Paul's 50p and Paddington at the Tower, these look like they're going to be just as popular. Any that are found in change are quickly snapped up by collectors, so finding them in your pocket is proving extremely difficult. But the question is, have you got your paws on a Paddington 50p? So what are the most popular Paddington collectibles out there right now? Well, I've done a bit of research, and first up is the original Paddington Bear Memorabilia plush toy. Well, I bet you didn't know that Jeremy Clarkson actually owned the first ever Paddington soft toy bear. Yes, believe it or not, in 1972, Shirley Clarkson, mother of the famous Jeremy, owned a small business called Gabriel Designs. She decided to make Paddington cuddly toys for Jeremy and his sister Joanna because there wasn't any on the market. But when the Paddington creator saw these bears, he was quite taken aback, and Shirley was granted the license to make and sell them in the UK. And so dawned the age of Paddington Bear memorabilia. All Gabriel Design versions were handmade in Shirley's small factory in Doncaster, and as such, Gabriel Design Paddington Bear toys are now considered collector's items. If you have a vintage Paddington Bear abandoned in your attic, you can expect to make between £50 to £100. However, early editions, like this golfer in mint condition, can fetch double this. Next up on the list is vintage Paddington Bear books. Copies of Paddington books are in no short supply. Paddington paperbacks are sadly not worth much at present, but if you have a vintage or first edition copy of an early Paddington story, then I have news for you. If you have a first edition of A Bear Called Paddington hiding on your attic, then you could be sitting on a small fortune. A first edition sold for almost £4,000 recently on eBay, whilst others are currently listed at close to £3,000. The second book in the series, More About Paddington, has also been known to fetch up to £1,500, and other early stories routinely selling for £500 to £600. But what about the Paddington Bear statues? Now, for some of you hardcore Paddington fans out there, you will know all about the Paddington statues. If you visited London in the autumn of 2014, you would probably happen to come across a statue of Paddington Bear himself. These statues were part of a Paddington Trail, a city-wide art project that featured 50 statues, each created by designers, celebrities and artists. The statues were placed in spots in London known to be favourites of Paddington himself. Particular bears included Kate Moss's gold-coated bear, Bear Grylls' Boy Scout bear and Stephen Fry's Very British Bear. But what happened to them after the trail ended? Once the trail closed, all the bears were auctioned off with proceeds going to charity. The lowest priced bear sold for £7,500 and the most expensive bear was Boris Johnson's Bear of London, which fetched £40,000. And finally, this is a collectible that might be worth something in the future. Currently, a rare 1976 Graham Usher designed Paddington wooden chair is on sale for £95. But with such a rare 70s design and not many of these around, collectibles like this will definitely rise in the future. So my advice is pass the marmalade and keep a close eye out for all things Paddington Bear. That's it from me, and remember to stay up to date with all things collecting. Don't forget to ring that bell and subscribe to our channel.